Hey guys, I'm Lisa, your handmade business coach. For those of you who don't know me, I help makers, creators, artists, and content designers just like you launch, sell, and scale your business into consistent and sustainable profits. Now, if you're catching this in this group, share the video with someone who needs it. Or if you're new to my YouTube channel, pop that subscribe button. If you're catching this on my podcast, hey, I have some juicy tidbits for you regarding Etsy today. Now, a couple of days ago, Etsy dropped a nugget about the process in which tag words are being used in the subject line of each product. Now, this is super important because it gauges how you're found in search and will follow in how you rank. This is also important because it regulates your product visibility. Now, you probably know this already, and I hope that you're practicing including your tags and titles within your description, because this organic process has been used to help you rank on Google and other large search engines. So I wasn't just helping you practice it for Etsy or for your individual e-commerce shops, but across the board. So if you watched my video from a couple of years ago regarding ranking and how that whole process works, you're ahead of the game, right? However, if you've never included your actual tags in the description area, this is going to be a small but very important change that you need to zone in on immediately. Etsy is now scanning your product descriptions for phrases and tags that affect your ranking score. Phrases and tags, okay? So you need to do this right because it's going to increase your visibility and increase your SEO within the big search engines out there. First, let's visit the update from Etsy. I'm going to show you a direct chat or a direct excerpt from what Etsy put out. This is the first thing they say. As you may know, a listing description has always been important when it comes to search engine optimization, as Google and other search engines crawl entire pages for keywords for ranking purposes. What does that mean? This is something I've been teaching this community for a couple of years now. When I talked about it before, it was to optimize correctly in search and in ranking. And I told you that you needed to include your tags in the active description as a word as organically as possible to rank on Google and other large search engines. However, now with the new changes, Etsy now considers keywords and phrases within your listing when ranking your specific product listings. So I've taught you how to pop in those keywords, those rankings, keywords, those long keywords, short tail keywords, all those things, and use those tags. Well, now the search engine bots are becoming more like Google. Yay! This means it's super important for you to make sure that you maintain all those other SEO best practices along with the title and tag relevancy, choosing the right categories and the right attributes related to your products, okay? So in addition to those 4 things I just mentioned, you also need to include phrases and keywords within the context of your description. Now that the Etsy bots are searching for keywords within your listing description and the algorithm is now scanning for more information, this is going to help get your items in front of more buyers. Yes. Now, so if this isn't part of your current process, you need to start doing this. Okay. Now there's the one thing that they don't mention, or there's a couple of things they don't mention, and I'm going to talk about, and that's making sure that your focus keyword, the keyword that you're using in your title, is at the start of your title description and within the first 155 characters of your description. That first 155 characters are also known as the meta description. Meta, for those of you who don't know it, is a snippet that's shown on Google and other large search engines. It's that short description of what you're selling And in many cases, it's also a call to action. So in addition to that, you want to include the additional keywords within the context of your description. Now, here's some other tips mentioned. For writing listing descriptions correctly, they're saying incorporate relevant keywords in the first few sentences of your listing description. That's the first 100 characters, okay? Meta. You want to avoid copying your title verbatim. Instead, craft 1 or 2 sentences that incorporate a few of your top keywords written for a human in your own brand's voice. Yes, bots can tell the difference these days. And continue your process of including important information that will help your avatar understand the value and usage of your product. This basically covers your meta description. For example, let's say you have a list of string of keywords, right? And you add them in your description. If you do it this way, it's considered keyword stuffing. You don't want to do keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is the practice of loading your description with keywords to manipulate a site's ranking in the Google search. And again, yes, the bots can tell the difference. This process, if you do that, will get your product listing blacklisted. So what I want you to do instead is just create 1 or 2 sentences that casually incorporate a few of your top keywords. And you want to write it in your brand's voice. You can do this as organically as possible. That way, long-term, you're getting recognized as a brand and not just some other bot that might have written this in for you, written your content for you, right? Doing this is saying, okay, I just popped in a bunch of words and I organize or optimize my description. Because just because they aren't saying that they'll penalize you today doesn't mean they're not going to do it tomorrow, or doesn't mean it's going to not going to happen in the future. So I want you to do it the right way. So set yourself up for success. Read between the lines. Always. Focus on including the relevant and most important information that will help your buyers best understand the value of your products. Remember, the goal here is to write engaging descriptions succinctly that are optimized for SEO, because when you optimize for Google, just think you're optimizing for Google. While you're keeping it read friendly for your customer, you're organically driving more traffic to your shop and ultimately your individual products. Okay, so from a marketing perspective, this is a super exciting time. I love it. This stuff is going to help get more eyeballs on your products. It's going to make it easier to find. And if they can find it easier and faster, they can buy it faster as well. So let me know in the comments how you feel about the recent changes. Pop that like button. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye now.